What's up, YouTube? You know what time it is. It's MightyFan time. And it's challenge time by MightyFan. And you must excuse the fan. I hope it's not making too much noise. But it's supposed to be the last humid night of the season. And I really look forward to the fall weather. Although I don't want to see any more rain. I've had my fill of rain. I mean, we had a hurricane through here. We had a tropical depression. We had remnants from a tropical depression just over the last how many weeks, and it's just been every kind of weather event that could have come by. I think we were in that jet stream. Every single one just kept coming by, and I'm like, really? Again? There's a shocker, more rain. But at any rate, it was a little ridiculous for a while, but we got through it. Because we're tough. Yeah. But, no, I just, I've had enough rain. But, yeah. So I had to have the fan on, so I hope it doesn't drown out my voice. But anyhow, this is a challenge video for me, and I call this the Style Challenge. And what I mean by that is we're all collectors. We all collect, in the Jersey Heads community, at least we all collect the throwback jerseys. And my question and my challenge to the rest of you guys is, if you have one, what style jerseys do you guys look for the most? In other words, which ones catch your eye the most when you see them, wherever you see them? And for me, I can, definitely say I don't really have it so much with basketball or hockey, but with football and baseball, I definitely do. For football, the style that catches my eye the most is the heat press name and number jerseys. And again, those who are familiar with my channel definitely knows this about me, but for those of you who aren't, they're my favorites. Whether they're the Mitchell & Ness throwbacks or the vintage replica jerseys with the heat press name and numbers. And I'm dating myself, I know, but yeah. I actually bought this jersey when this guy was playing. So yes, I'm kind of going into my age, but so there it is, and the heat pressed again, or screen print, and call it what you want, but the numbers, everything on this jersey is screen or heat pressed on. And there's nothing stitched. The only thing there stitched is the neck tag there, the jock tag, and the nameplate on the back. But the numbers, the name, and the numbers on the sleeve and the stripes are all pressed onto the jersey. It's just the style that a lot of teams wore back in the day. There you see. Again, it does have a nameplate, but everything there is pressed right onto the jersey, and you got the 20. Right? So that is my favorite style, and this goes back to my youth. Excuse me. The Eagles, when they were wearing their Kelly green jerseys, had the heat press numbers, and it's just something I always remembered, And when I was younger, things used to cost a nickel. No, I'm not that old, but when I was younger, I used to collect the the old Wilson and the starter replica jerseys. Come on, who remembers those, right? The starter replica jerseys, and of course they were all heat pressed, right? They're screen printed on the names and numbers. They weren't stitched. Nothing on those jerseys was stitched, and you still see that today with Reebok ones. But stars were so nice. Even the replicas, boy, those were nice. But and yeah, I used to get those, and of the players of the time, and I guess it just always kind of stuck with me. So, and yes, a lot of the teams did wear those style, the heat press jerseys. So when I started collecting throwback jerseys, some of the ones that I just caught my eye were again the heat pressed name and number ones. And it's not to say I won't get any stitched name and number jerseys. I mean, I will, There's definitely players out there that never wore the heat press that I would like to get a jersey of, and if that's the case, that's the case. But those the heat press name and number ones, those are always the ones that just stand out to me. And those are the style of the football jerseys that I look for. It just catch my eye. Although that Dion rookie year, that's elusive. Someday. I've seen it actually quite a few times on eBay in the past few months, but it's always been out of my price range. It's just, it taunts me. It should have been mine that day. It really should have. For that video I made those months ago. Oh. But that being said, yeah, those are the ones that I look for the most, and excuse me, those are the ones that just stand out to me. For baseball, and I said this in my last video, so you guys know this, it's the pullovers. The pullovers from the 70s and 80s, like the Cecil Fielder. They're just really, to me, they just really pop. Just the fonts, the colors, the the yoke sleeves, with the stripes and the piping going down the neck. Maybe they have a football look to it. Maybe that's part of the reason, but they're my favorites. And that being said, I am going to start, adding some flannels to the collection. Shout out to Woodward, but I will be getting into that hopefully next year, maybe by the Super Bowl sale next year. I hope to add at least one by then. And but even when I start collecting those, I don't think they'll take the place style-wise for me of the pullovers. I'll always be looking for those. I think I'm hooked on them. I'm hooked on them. I really am. But anyway, so those are examples that I can give of personal styles that catch my eye, that I try to get as far as football and baseball jerseys. So I want to know what are those styles that you guys have. Is there a particular style that stands out to you that you look for? When you see them, wherever you see them, you go, ooh, I call it the ooh factor, because, yeah, sometimes I see a jersey on eBay or at Mitchell & Ness or whatever, and I just go, ooh. Gotta get that one someday. Yes, the Dion rookie year jersey, that's definitely an ooh jersey for me. That really, yes, someday. But yeah, what are the ones for you guys? Maybe you don't have one, and that's perfectly fine. But if you do, feel free to reply to the challenge and let me know, and let the other viewers know too. So, at any rate, that is my challenge. It's the style challenge. It's the ooh factor challenge. Call it what you want, but that's my challenge. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. But at any rate, that's going to do it for me. Till the next video, which should be pretty soon, because I did get confirmation that the third of the three jerseys that I won on eBay on Labor Day weekend is on the way. So it should be here hopefully by the weekend. So or early next week. So I will have another pickup video coming up shortly. So be on the lookout for that one. Alright, so that's going to do it for me. As always, a big shout out to all my subscribers. Thank you all so much for subscribing to my channel. Keep hitting that subscribe button, as I always said. And to all my fellow Jersey heads out there, big shout outs to you guys too. Friends and family, shout outs to you guys too. Go Phillies. They officially clinched a playoff berth today with the win, the 1-0 win by Doc Halladay over those pesky Astros. So it was good to see. I mean, I knew they'd be in the playoffs, but just to have them clinch today is good. They still have to clinch the division title. Hopefully they'll do that by later in the week. I think the magic number now is down to 4 or something like that. So hopefully they'll be clinching that in the coming days. And home field advantage throughout the playoffs as well. They could clinch maybe by the weekend. So that would be that's a great thing. Not that the home field advantage always means the most. We know that firsthand from last year, but the Giants might not be involved this year. No, some of those guys, they can shave now because they might not be in the playoffs. So, you know, not to say that we couldn't have taken them this year, though, because we could have taken them. But at any rate, it was yes, it was a good win for the Phillies today. 1-0 over the Astros. Now they come back home for a bit of a homestand and see how that goes. And of course, my Eagles playing the Falcons on Sunday night, football night, on NBC. So check out that game. Mike Vick's return to Atlanta. My Eagles take on the Falcons. So we'll see how that game goes. But yes, looking forward to that. And like I always said, you know, shout outs to everyone. And I can't think of anything else to say, so I'm just gonna stop now. It's kind of late and I'm a little tired. Long day at work. But anyway, this is MightyFan saying peace. I'll see you in the next video. All right.